Hey everyone, welcome to Home Hearth Living. We are going to be making up a eye of round roast tonight for dinner. So I have one of my very favorite cast iron little pans here. I make crepes in this too. We'll get to an episode of how to season cast iron another time, probably maybe the next one that'll be pop, because we got a whole set and we need to season it. So what I have here, I'm going to turn on my gas so you can, hold on if I can, there we go. She wasn't popping there. And the fan, sorry, they got to go hand in hand. Okay, move my little rump. So what I'm doing, I'm cooking two today. So I'm going to end up putting them into the slow cooker to finish off. But what I want to do is get the outside a bit of flavor first. So here I have my cast iron. You can tell it's a bit heating up. You kind of want to go medium, high heat to get that searing going on with the meat and to give it that flavor. I have about 3.5 cups of water here. That's just to give it something to kind of get some juices in as it's cooking. I also have 6 stalks of celery, and I have some baby carrots that I'm just going to toss in there for flavor as well. So I also got granulated garlic, and then just salt and pepper, and that's pretty much it, and a little bit of extra light olive oil. Okay, so I like to put a little bit in the pan. And we really want a nice little sizzle going on once that meat hits it. So we want to make sure we have a hot skillet. It's like, what's the right word? And that's just a little pepper. I was the pepper grinder. I wanted to get it all done and ready, so so we could be prepared. Okay. Just gonna make sure it's warm, or warmer. I know it's a game of patience, but once the cast iron heats up, it goes really quite quickly. And you just want to be able to kind of rotate the meat around to give it that seasoning, that little, you know, cooking charringness, sort of gives it the flavor. Okay, and like I said, we really want to make sure it's hot. We're getting there, it's close. You could saute vegetables beforehand. We didn't have any white onions, or I would have probably tossed in some white onions in there as well. But we do have 2 of the mirepoix, they call, which is the carrots, onions, and celery combination mix. So we'll just short the other. We have a red onion, but I'm not sure. I think red onions are more for salads. What do you guys say about red onions? I think they're more for like a salad uncooked or on sandwiches and stuff like that than actually to cook a red onion. So. Okay, I think we're good there. We've left the fat caps on the roast because we like the flavoring it gives. And I'm just going to salt and pepper the one side here before I put it down. Just give it a nice little press. We're going to use all this salt and pepper for this project, so I know my fingers when we're on the roast, and that's okay. We're going to rub it around. I can wash my hands. And then we'll season this one while it's in here in the bowl. Okay. And I'll just show the searing of the one and into the crock pot, and I can sear the other one afterwards. So this is going to make 2 meals for us. Okay? Well, more than that, really, because it's going to be one for now and one for later. And of course, this is huge, so we're going to have sandwiches. Nothing like a roast beef sandwich afterwards. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let that go in there. I'm just going to rinse my hands and get some tongs. There we go. And since I have my pretty little shirt on today, I think I'll put my apron on. Better safe than sorry. Very much upset if I got this one dirty. Hopefully that doesn't bug the mic. Okay. Now once you get that seared on all sides, okay, probably fast forward there so it does get all seared. Okay. You see just that little bit of color so far. Okay. Hope you can see. I just kind of want to rotate it on the pan. Give it some, get whatever sides that we can, get some color on, let's get it on. Let's get it on. And these can be just like as a base, like as a little rack to start for your roast. And it'll give such flavor to the gravy that you can make afterwards. So, and what's best to go with roast? Well, there's Yorkshire pudding. There's a couple of really good recipes. It does take really a lot of ingredients. It's more the key ingredient, or the key step is for Yorkshire is having the drop of fat or tablespoon or teaspoon of fat in the cup and have it heating up in the oven before you actually pour the liquid in. Because all that hotness is just going to make those things, those little pastries just puff up really cute and beautiful. Some carrots. These are just baby carrots. Of course, we all know they're adult carrots, just cut up. we know that. Just put a few in there for flavor. And like I said, you're going to put the little celery down as a rack for the roast to sit up on top of. And give it some flavor. Flavor, flavor, flavor. And then we're going to turn it on, so it's for 6 hours. Hold on, we're going to turn it a little higher. There we go. There. For approximately 6 hours, and then we'll check on it. Okay. So let's flip this again. Okay, you can see how it's getting some flavor there. Yum, yum, yum. Beautiful. And then when we go to put it in the pan, we're going to make sure that fat cap that we just grilled down first is on top. So that fat's going to melt and go down through the meat and make it just yummy and delicious. If you want the time to kind of pierce it and put like garlic in or garlic cloves in or anything like that, it's just before you go and shut the lid on for the slow cooker. That'll definitely give it some flavor. Especially if you like the garlic. We like garlic, so we're just going to sprinkle some on. Look forward to dinner already. Yummy in my tummy. Yummy in my tummy. Boy, it takes hours and hours to wait. It's okay. I got the patience. Sometimes if you really want a side to get crispy, you're going to have to kind of hold it there a second and give it some, you know, persuasion. And then the last side I'm going to try and get a little bit of flavor on is this back side right here, or this underside. Oh, yummy, yummy. Okay, we got that. And what the slow cooking does with like eye of round and some of the tougher meats, or some are really tough meats out there, is the slower the better. It helps give time and heat to break down the muscles and the, you know, all the things that are tough at the moment. So let me try to eat it. And I'm going to try and turn this. I'm going to use a fork to help aid me here. There we go. As you can see, it's got color all the way around there almost. Some good color. Give it a minute on that side, and then we're just going to pop it right in there. I'll put the water in and cover it, and then we can check back on it in about 6 hours. Okay. Not sure what we're having with this yet besides roast. I will figure that out. Kind of wants to tip over on me. Tip over, no. Flavor, flavor, flavor. Now you can season with like rosemary, you can season pretty much anything and everything you like. I'm going to give it another moment on that fat cap there. Get a nice little bit more flavor. Okay. Like any way you like, any way you like. Some people like certain flavors. Some people don't like garlic. That's okay. It's allowed. You don't have to like garlic. You can use beef broth as well, or vegetable stock, or beef stock, that sort of thing. You can totally have that instead of water. Definitely would add more flavor to your, that's why I'm adding the celery and the carrots for more flavor for the gravy. Okay, we're probably good there. Check that out. Oh, that looks good. Okay, so now, like I said, fat cap, which is the bit of fat that's on the meat there. Putting that upright. Okay, we'll squish this over when the other one gets in there, okay? And then let's put this one on the grill. All right. And then we'll put the water in. I'd say that's probably, yeah, we'll use it all, because we got the two that are going in there, right? And then we want to take, oh, I need a clean spoon for my garlic. I'm just going to take a nice big tablespoon here. I'm going to sprinkle on this one. Put it in the water. Yummy. All right. Now pop the lid on and check her back in 6 hours. So we'll see you soon, okay? Okay, here we have the roasts have been cooking for a little longer than anticipated, but that's okay. It's totally nice and soft, and they're going to slice nicely and fall apart. That's what I like about a roast, is nice and tender and falls apart. So what I'm got going on here is I took the one out first, peeled the fat cap off, which wasn't a lot, as you can tell. It's only just a little bit right here, but you don't want that in. You just want the flavor. You don't actually want the fat. So that's the second roast here that we put in. Look how much the shrinkage is. You can just see that right there. Oops, sorry. How much that shrunk. Take the lid off of the slow cooker. We're going to take the other roast out that we put in first. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to actually drain what's in here into here without getting the vegetables. So the vegetables are really, they're null and void at this point. There's very little nutritional value to it. It's already been leached out into the water. So, oh my goodness. There's very little nutritional value at the vegetables from the vegetables at this point, because they have leached out into the water, so or into the gravy that we're going to make gravy with, right? So let's take the other roast out here, and you can see the fat cap is still on that, and we'll peel that off, not to worry, before we get it sliced. We're just going to put it on the cutting board and let it rest. And then with the rest of it, because it's still warm, we want to make sure we're using our heat protectors, and I'm going to try and kind of pour towards you. I've got my strainer over a Pyrex 4-cup measuring cup, and I literally have two of the prongs kind of sitting in here. I don't think will be too bad, and I'm going to try and pour it so you guys can see it. Okay, so this is everything. This is the garlic, the little bit of fat, and of course we don't want the fat in there. Oop. Okay, let's try and get down on the bottom, not so much the top. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. I'm just draining that. Hopefully no more than, well, and once we have what we want, because we're going to make some gravy, just pretty much get what we can out of it. Alright, see, and then there's just a few carrots and sort of some garlic granules. You can definitely see that we were putting on top there. Okay, there. And then it's definitely filled. Okay, so we can kind of shake that a bit, get the juice out. There we go. See how fast that drained? Okay, put that in there. And then there. And then that's going to go into my little, a little saucepan here. And I have one package of just brown gravy. Just because I wanted to make sure it had all the flavor that we want for a gravy and to be able to split it in between the two packages. I think one package of this, though it says 1 cup of water, I'm using like 4 cups of beef broth, or the broth from the roast. So I think that'll turn out just fantastic for a lovely gravy. So let's turn this on. Turn our fan on. And then we're going to add all this 4 cups and a smidgy more to this gravy bit, okay? I'm going to show you how you make gravy. And if you need a little bit more thickener, you can add some cornstarch, okay? So, let's not try to melt anything. And as this is making its gravy bits here, turn that on like super high. I don't think I need it on super, melt your face off. You can cut your roasts, okay? And what I want to do is when I cut the second one and I cut pieces off of it, I want to be able to put a little bit of gravy in the bag with the meat, so it's not going to get like, I don't know. I just want it to all be nice, so I can warm it up in a nice boiling water and have it for lunch or over potatoes or over a piece of toast or something like that for, Pop and I want to have a quick breakfast. Why not? Why not have that? Kent and I want to have a quick breakfast. We can warm that up over some and with some eggs on top. Like, that sounds fantastic to me. Okay, so we're gonna kind of let that go. We've mixed it up with, and this is just, I've recycled a hand whisk mixer, like way like this. This is 2. I have 2 of these, and it broke, but I really like the little whiskey part, so I've been using it for like a while. Probably about 7 or 8 years. So, all right. And then any of the leftover vegetables from there is going to go to our new chickens. Okay. So, you want to peel the fat. Okay, the fat cap that we were talking about. There's not much left of it. We just want to peel that off. That goes off to the side. I don't even give that to Sophie. It's nothing but fat at this point in time. So, if anything, I'll just give her some juice and the some of the beef juice. Okay, so this one's been very much resting. This one's resting. So those 2 big roasts, that's what they turned out to. Okay, so now when you're cutting, you can see that the grain of the meat is going this way. You want to cut against the grain of the meat. Okay, so you just kind of want to go with your knife and fork down this way, so it's kind of, you're shredding it. Okay, you can see my fork is just sticking right in there. Not soaking, but sticking right in there. And we're just pretty much just going to shred this. Shred it. And then served up with gravy on mashed potatoes or on a piece of bread or a piece of toast or, something like that. A nice big chunk of sourdough. That sounds delicious to me. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little journey with us on making a roast for now and a roast for later here at the Home and Hearth Living. We're happy to have you here along with our journeys that we're going on. We've got lots going on, so please stick with us. Can see all the process of what we have in store and in for the future. Okay, it's just starting to bubble here. And this because it has actually cornstarch in the package, or probably flour as a thickening agent, you want to make sure it comes up to a boil first. If you feel at that point in time it needs a little bit thicker more, not thicker more, I don't think that's even a word, then you can add some more cornstarch with a little bit of cold water. Cold water first, then add the cornstarch, to add the cold water just a little bit, and it'll help thicken once it comes to a bubble boil, okay? And then what we broke our gravy ladle, our gravy holder, so we usually just end up using one of the big measuring cups to hold our gravy. So that is going to be our dinner tonight. I've got some iceberg lettuce, and then of course we're going to have some of the raw carrots that we actually had cooking, not cooking in here, but the same type that was cooking in here with the roast. And then that's going to be dinner. So thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you liking and subscribing. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you're not missing any of the new videos from the Home and Hearth Living channel. And we'll catch you soon, okay? I believe the next one should be seasoning cast iron. So check that out, and we'll probably maybe fry up some eggs or something like that. Hopefully I can help Pop in the kitchen that day. So take care, everybody. See you soon. Take care.